defend our zones until the time runs out.
Hi everyone, welcome to World of Frontlines with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and I don't think I'm in this game either. This is the new Frontline mode now. By the time this video goes up, I did do a video of Frontlines when it first came in, and it's a mode that I absolutely love, and you'll be able to see why in this video. This one's sent to me by the Flying Elite from Yeti Clan. Flying Elite is no dummy when it comes to all kinds of game modes like this. This is the Progetto 46, the Progetto premium auto reloading Italian medium tank, and I've found, and I think the Flying Elite's probably found as well, that medium tanks certainly are the goods when it comes to this mode of the game. Now he's found a heap of enemy tanks, and he's been sort of sent back to the garage pretty quickly, and that's what happens at the start sometimes. If you find yourself overwhelmed, you just get absolutely blown apart. Looks like he's going for a heavy tank as his second choice. This is the AMX M449, the Liberty tank. This is a tank that I don't mind at all. I can't say that I've played it in Frontlines though, because it is, as you can see, it is pretty slow. But however, if you look at the bottom left hand side of the screen, this tells you how many tanks you've got up your sleeve. Now the Flying Elite's not going to get another tank up his sleeve for another 3 minutes. So when it gets to like that, rather than being locked out of the game for 3 minutes, sometimes you are better off, or very often you are better off maybe taking something a bit slower to sort of minimise the chances of being locked out of the game for 2 or 3 minutes. That's what I've found anyway. Anyway, the Flying Elite is in the AMX M449. He's on defence in this map, and if you look at there's the map, you can see the map there. That's where the Flying Elite is down here. He's defending C Zone. Now he tells me that, well, I think I read somewhere that he said that C Zone is probably one of the easier ones to defend. Let's see what he does here in this game mode. He's got a little bit of damage up his sleeve, 492 hit points of damage so far, and now he's getting himself into a position where he can just put a little bit of pressure onto the T32 FL. Of course, those FL tanks, they're the frontline tanks. Everybody gets them in their garage specifically for the frontline mode, and I guess they're in there to mainly for players who don't have tier 8 tanks. Personally, I've been using my premium tanks. I don't have any normal tier 8 tanks anymore, but using premium tanks, popping a premium a credit booster, as well as running a premium account, can make for some pretty ridiculous amounts of credits. I think the best credit game I had was around about 600,000 credits for one game, but that was with boosters, premium tanks only, no premium ammunition, and I think we also had a clan credit booster running as well. But certainly not hard to make well over 200,000 or 300,000 credits. 200,000 credits in an okay game, 300,000 in a really good game, I guess you could say. Flying Elite moving around here he's caught this Emil napping. I think that Emil, his gun still isn't pointing anywhere near the Flying Elite, and the Flying Elite saying no problems, I'll just take a little bit more damage out of you, my old friend. The Emil bounces another shot. That's 2 shots from the Emil. That's a 4-shot auto loader, and you can see the Flying Elite has got this the artillery strike as an extra consumable, which is another aspect to this game. And of course, if you've got the artillery strike, this is what you can do with it. You can see, you basically find out where the guy is, and you go to an artillery view, and then you drop a big artillery strike on. You just saw that happen there to the Progetto. You can see the health that the Progetto is losing. That damage does go up against your score, if you like, and that got the Flying Elite promoted to Sergeant. Of course, there is a promotion system in Frontlines. I did go through this in the first video. Did he go from Private to Sergeant to Lieutenant, Captain, Major, General? There are 6 ranks, and of course, every time the attackers pick up a zone. Lost my train of thought there for a minute. Every time the attackers pick up and capture a zone, then the time gets extended from 2 minutes and up. The first few zones are 2 minutes. I think the last one's 4 or 5. And even as a defender, at times, sometimes it's worth letting them do that, because the aim of the game is to get as much damage as you can, right? And if the game is over, you can't get any more damage. That's pretty simple, as far as I can tell. Anyway, maybe, well, but then again, maybe if you're defending, maybe it's a valid strategy to win and not have such a big gain. I don't know. Anyway, the Flying Elite is up to Sergeant. He's nearly up to Lieutenant. He's rolling around here. You can see in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, he does have a white tank down here, which means if he dies, he will be able to respawn back into the game. And he's found the T-54 Mod 1, picked up that kill. Looks like he's about to be promoted. Yes, he does get promoted to Lieutenant, even though they're still on the base. The first... what's it called? The first zone is still being defended, and the Flying Elite's up to Lieutenant already, which is fantastic. Rolling towards C zone, and it looks to me like the enemy team looks like they're really not going to have too much luck pushing on that C cap. Looking at the minimap where all the tanks are, and so in this kind of situation, when you're defending, all you really need to do is basically just farm damage. I guess that's the aim of the game. If you're attacking, you do need to capture out these zones. If you don't capture out the zones, you will run out of time and lose. And also capping does give you a good amount of experience points, and of course the ranking system. Flying Elite looks like he's going for the kill on that T44 FL. T32 FL just sitting there waiting to be farmed, and Flying Elite doing exactly the right thing in his premium French heavy tank, the AMX M449, just pumping the damage into these tanks. There's Jock469. They used to be clanmates, these two. I don't think they're in a platoon. No, they're not, but they certainly know each other, that's for sure. And there, it looks like they're attacking the same area. It looks like the artillery getting a little bit angry in the chat. It's calling everybody dogs and noobs. It's unusual to see that in World of Tanks, that's for sure. 8.5 minutes left to go. If you look on the minimap, the zone A and B have both been captured. That's why those times have been extended. And Flying Elite just chipping away, getting his score up nice and high. He's up to 5,500 damage now, 2,500 damage block, a little bit of assisted damage. He's already picked up, what's he picked up? 5 kills already. I missed a few of them, but he's already picked up 5 kills, and this is just a farm fest, if you like. The AMX M449. Maybe I'll try this tank. At some stage soon. It's a tank I enjoy playing. I haven't played it for some time. Personally, I've been playing my auto loaders and auto reloaders, and also what else have I been playing? Patriot tank, but mainly mediums, and the Aussie Centurion 5-1. There will be a Centurion 5-1 RAAC replay after this Frontline game in today's video. And gee, nearly picked up the kill on that T44. Will he be able to? Looks like the T44 is going to stay hidden behind that rock. Now this game does go for a little bit of time. This is the other thing which I enjoy about Frontlines. It does go for a hell of a lot longer. Between 20 and 30 minutes, I'm tipping. It looks like the Progetto 46 going for the flanking maneuver on that T44, and that lets the Flying Elite turn back around and have a look at the base again. Looking at the minimap though, this is an interesting little scenario there. I don't think the Flying Elite won't be able to shoot them, not from where he is, but what he's aiming for now is
heavy artillery is ready.
These tanks that it looks like they've just sort of respawned into the game. Now I did read a little about it. This is some people like this part, some people don't. The C zone, it is easy to shoot at the respawning tanks on the C zone. I guess maybe if you're attacking, maybe it's a good idea if you're attacking to really rush the C cap right straight away from the beginning before the defenders do what the Flying Elite and Jock have done and come back and shoot you as you're respawning, possibly. Looks like Flying Elite is about to get promoted to captain. His Lieutenant Thingo is right up to the end. One more damaging shot could be enough to get him promoted, as long as he doesn't get killed. There you go, he's got captain, even though he's still on the first zone. And he did message me about this. I reckon he's done pretty well indeed. 7,238 hit points of damage. The Type 59 gets killed by my old mate Icarus in the T44 100.
attack.
And looking at the team lineups, looking like it's going to be really difficult for the attacking team to do too well. There's so many tanks on the Flying Elites team, far too many to be able to attack convincingly. I think that maybe the enemy team, looking at the minimap, the enemy team probably they're going to get Zone D easily, and Zone E is still looking pretty safe. They're going to get Zone D by the looks of it. Zone C and Zone E both are relatively safe. 5-minute alarm goes off, and this is when the 5-minute alarm starts going off. Whether you're attacking or defending, this is probably where you want to look at trying to make sure you do maximise your score. And I don't know, maybe if you're defending, maybe it's an idea to let the enemy team cap does a little bit of forward driving, a bit of off-road driving there in the AMX M449, rolling around looking for what can he do? Looking for more damage to be done. Rolling over to the repair point to get some of this health back. Of course, when you use these repair points, you don't it doesn't cost you anything as far as credits go when you repair your tank. Takes a few seconds though to get it up to full health, and Flying Elite looks like he may have rolled off that repair zone just before he got to full health, but who cares? It's only 170 hit points that he's missed out on, right? His tank's also been resupplied, and battling up with the defender here. Takes the defender down to 163 hit points, and before you know it, he's not too far from getting to the major rank. The major rank's the second last rank in this game mode. Of course, once you get to General, if you're the first to get to General, you become what they call the General of the Army, which is another medal, which rewards you with some bonds as well, because there are levels that you can promote yourself through to get up to level 1, 2, 3 and 4. With each level you get extra bonds, and prestige levels they call it, and once you get the 4th prestige level, I'm informed, you get 1,000 bonds, which is not a bad little reward at all. 8,397 hit points of damage. 5 minutes. The 5-minute warning goes off again. Of course, the last time the 5-minute warning went off, it wasn't really 5 minutes, because at that time the attacking team had captured the D zone, which gave them a little bit more time, which is exactly how this game mode works. Flying Elite from Yeti Clan is in probably 1 or 2 damaging shots away from getting the major rank. This could be it. Yes, it is. Puts a shot into the T44-100. Brings his damage up to 8,704, 5,370 damage blocked. Pops another one into the T44-FL. Those FL tanks, as far as I can see, those FL tanks are generally the easier ones, because they're quite often played by players with no crew skills, who normally wouldn't be at tier 8. So sometimes it can be a little bit of a easy target. But then again, you're going to have good players playing it as well, who just want to try out these new tanks that they see in their garage. Pops one into the top of the VK. Doesn't penetrate it though. Decides to use his artillery on that VK, and that's how. If you're quick on the buttons, then that's exactly what you can do. You can see the Flying Elite's airstrike or artillery strike taking some health away from that VK-100. 01P, who finally gets taken out by the friendly T44-FL. That little explosion that you just saw there, when you die, for a while your tank sits there, or when anybody dies, their tank sits there for a little while, then it explodes. And of course, once it explodes, it's gone, and you won't see it again. And that's, I think that's, when it explodes, that means that the guy whose tank died is respawning and coming back into it. 10,269 hit points of damage, not too bad at all. You can see the line up here, the major line, almost at the end, which tells me that the Flying Elite is just about up to the general mode. Shoots the back of the T32 FL, doesn't penetrate it. Maybe, did he track him? I don't think he did. Waits for the gun to reload. He's only got 121 hit points up his sleeve. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get killed yet. He'd love to get general before getting killed again. That'd be a pretty good achievement, if you tell me. The line under major is nearly full. I reckon one more damaging shot, maybe two, would be enough to get general, and there it is. And that tells me if you have a look at the scoreboard, he's right at the top, and he's the first one to get general, which tells me he'll be getting the general of the army medal at the end of this game, which gives you a little bit extra bonds is the word I'm looking for. Looks like his third tank's going to be the Primo Victoria. The Primo Victoria is a pretty well-suited tank to this game mode. The SG-100 just spawned in front of him as he came in, and there you go. The Flying Elite. He's achieved general even before Zone C has been taken away, and you can see the Flying Elite not going to contest Zone C, and that'll give him more time to farm more damage, which is what I was talking about earlier. If you're defending, you probably don't want this to run out before you've farmed as much damage as you can. I mean, he's already made top score. He's already the first general in this game, which gives him the General of the Army medal, which it's a pretty good feeling when you get that one. And now it looks like he's getting ready to set up defense on Zone F. Zone F's the second zone in the flank that the Flying Elite spawned on. And of course, this is going to be the last zone that the enemy team will be attacking. He's already got 11,397 hit points of damage, 6,000 damage blocked, nearly 2,000 assisted damage. This would be by far an ace tanker if this is in a normal game, but of course this is not comparable to how normal games sort of work. Flying Elite looking like he's getting himself set up to try and defend that F cap like we mentioned earlier. 11,397 damage, that's a massive score. But it's not over yet. There's still 3 minutes left on the timer, and if the enemy team can capture that F zone, that 3 minutes will probably turn into 7. Or you'll get an extra 4 minutes if they capture that F zone. Now this is a game mode that I've mentioned before that it's pretty good for credits. You can see the Flying Elite is running premium consumables. He's running coffee with cinnamon buns on the Swedish Primo Victoria. He also had premium consumables on the Italian auto reloader, and I think he might have had it also on the French heavy, of course. And the main advantage of running those premium consumables is it affects your damage per minute. You can keep shooting, you can aim quicker, you can move quicker, you can see further, and you can just continue to pump that damage out. And of course that will help. That will help you earn credits. So I guess it's you got to ask yourself if you're good enough to make use of the premium consumables. It will probably be a profitable move. For me, it's all about credits. This frontline mode, and running, like I said earlier, running a premium account with some credit boosters can be very, very profitable indeed. 11,645 damage is. It looks like he. At that time he did drop his artillery strike, but those tanks are no longer lit, so I'll be interested to see if if it comes up as more damage done. 11,899 damage. He'll hit 12,000 pretty soon. A minute and a half left on the clock. It looks like the enemy team getting themselves into a position where they can attack the F zone, and that's exactly what they need to do. Looking at the mini-map, a few enemy tanks looks like they're pushing into base number 1, but they need to capture zone F if they're going to give themselves a chance of getting more time, of course, because there's only a minute left in this game. Flying Elite looking for a kill on that T-32, doesn't quite present himself. He's up to 12,500 damage done. The 1 minute siren goes off. Are the enemy team going to be able to capture the F zone? Looking at the map here, lots of tanks over here in the west. Flying Elite looking over the F zone, trying to keep that cap safe. And I can't really say I blame him here. He wants to. He's already made general. He's already top scored. He's already done nearly 13,000 hit points of damage. I'll be very, very interested to see how he goes in the post-game battle result in this one, because he is with that massive score. You can see with 5 seconds left on the clock, the enemy team are still capping the F cap, and that will give them overtime. That's what it's done. If you're capping one of the objectives and the time runs out, you get a minute and a half to finish that cap. It looks like Flying Elite looking again at the mini-map. Looks like he's going up to try and defend cap 1 or 2. Looks like he's decided, nah, the F cap is not worth looking at all, which is probably the right thing to do. With 50 seconds left on the clock, you can see they're still capping that F zone. Will they be able to get it done before the 30 seconds runs out? Yes, I do have this on a little bit of a quicker one. He gets rid of, who was it? Who did he get rid of? He got rid of somebody there who was trying to shoot the 2 base. Now that 2 base, you can see there, that's been taken down to 2,000 hit points. A little bit hard to commentate on such a big map sometimes. 15 seconds left, and they lost Zone F and gets an extra 4 minutes to do this. That would be it for the extra time on this mode of the game. The 4 minutes that you get when you capture the final base. That's it. So the enemy team have got 3.5 minutes to capture 2 of those 5 objectives in the north, and it looks to me like zone number 2 is down to half health. That's where the Flying Elite is trying to defend that one. He's up to 12,827 damage, 6,300 damage blocked, 2,264 assisted damage. And this is something else that I really like about this part of the game. You see those big scores. You know, those big scores are absolutely enormous. Even if you're a noob like me, you can still get these big damaging games and get the benefits as well of the credits that go with it. 2 T44 FLs that last spotted over here. One of them down to 41 hit points. The other one on 1,054. Not sure where that shot went. Not sure at all. Looks like he's auto-aimed on the T44 FL. Waiting for that gun to reload. Of course, the Italian auto-reloading mechanics are a little bit different to the French and the American and all the other auto-loaders. This one, he's got an airstrike as his secondary consumable, I guess you would call it. Personally, I like the Inspire ones, a bit of inspiration. It's very handy when you're attacking, that's for sure. The Inspire one helps people, helps encourage people to go for those caps. But those arty strikes certainly do add to. What do they add to? Add to your damage score, as we've seen in this replay.
Airstrike is ready.
Airstrike's ready. Looks like he's getting the airstrike. Ready to bomb a defender over there. 2 minutes to go. He's dropped the airstrike. We'll see if his damage score goes up when that airstrike lands. Somebody else's airstrike. Flying Elite grabs that kill, brings his damage up to 13,272. Rolls up to these ridge lines. He'll be looking at this Scorpion G. No armor whatsoever on the German tank destroyer. 3 shots should be enough to get the kill. It is. And he waits for that Italian auto reloading gun to reload before he can start concentrating on that FV4202 and the Object 252U. Nearly 14,000 damage done. 6.5 over 14,000 now. 16.5. 2264 assisted. Waiting for that gun to reload. He is shooting 1 round at a time. Less than a minute to go on the score. Looks like they're attacking Objective 4. That's what that funny little voice is telling us anyway. 2 and 4. 2's down to half health, but there's no enemy tanks around it. And it looks like they're starting to shoot base 4, but I think the result is a foregone conclusion. Flying Elite tracks the Object 252U. Probably better off waiting until he's got 3 rounds and he can use all 3 of them and have a quicker reload. But maybe that's what he's doing now. It looks like he's starting to move around, try to get into a better position where he can farm even more damage. 4,500 damage done, 6,550 damage blocked, 2,264 assisted damage. This is why I'm absolutely loving these frontline battles. If you reckon those damage scores are pretty good to look at, with 10 seconds left in this game, wait till you see the credits. He's got a full clip ready to rock and roll, puts one into the FV4202, puts another one in, third one should be a kill, and that will probably be it for the Flying Elite. In the Progetto 46 on the frontline mode, he won that one. And of course he's won that one, and that is a pretty handy result in Frontlines. Wait till you see the credits. We'll go through the credits in just a second as I get the second battle, which is going to be a lot quicker than that one. Look at that, 569,382 credits in that game, 21,744 experience. Of course, that's in total because he did use different tanks there. 3,623. That's base experience, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's base experience. 15,169 hit points of damage. Him and my old mate Icarus are the only two to get general in that team, as well as the Crown Platoon and Alex the Great. That's a pretty cool in-game name on the enemy team. Some pretty good scores there, and you can see in the detailed report. Look at those credits, 406,832 credits. That's with the personal reserves running. That looks like an extra 50% personal reserve for credits. That's what I've been running, and when you get on your battle results, you can see your different scores. This is the total, but you can also click on the different kinds of tanks. That's why we're all loving Frontlines battle, just for those credits, not just the credits in game, but also for the rewards as you're going through, as you're progressing through all the levels. You know, you get all those different rewards, premium time, consumables, premium consumables, credits of course, and of course bonds. Thank you very much for Flying Elite. That was an absolute ripper. In the Progetto, the AMX M449 and the Prima Victoria on Frontlines. As we move on to this very fast and furious replay. This is a tier 10 game featuring the brand new Australian tank, the Centurion 5-1. This is my old mate Rantic from Calm Clan. This is a tier 10 battle. Rantic in the Aussie tank, the Centurion 5-1. Why have I put this replay on with the Frontlines? Well, this is a tank that I've been running around on in live streaming and just doing lots and lots of frontline battles. It is a pretty groovy tank to it's a bit of an all-rounder tank, I guess you would say. Rantic going up to where all the heavy tanks do their stuff on Fisherman's Bay. Don't blink whatever you do for this game. This game is going to be fast and furious. It only goes for a few minutes, that's for sure. Rantic from Calm in the Centurion 5-1. Centurion 5-1, 83.4mm gun, 230 damage, 226 penetration with standard, 258 with APCR, which is premium. Rolling up towards these ridge lines, hoping to start popping some damage into these enemy tanks. 217 doesn't sound like much when it gets into the side of an IS-7, but I tell you what, this tank is a game that I've been loving this tank in Frontlines, just because it's a bit of an all-rounder. It's fast enough, but it's also got some pretty decent. It's a low alpha gun, but it does pump the damage out over time, and it also has an excellent turret, so you can bounce shots, especially in Frontlines when you're obviously not up against tier 10s or 9s. You just play around on ridge lines, which is exactly what Rantic's doing, and this is how you play this tank. This is how you pick up a good score, even if you're in a tier 8 tank in a tier 10 game. Only 3 tier 10 tanks on each team. One of them's already dead. Progetto 65 is already dead on the enemy team. There's an IS-4 and an IS-7 on the enemy team, and Rantic has already put some damage into that IS-7, as well as that Object 257, which has just got taken out. By the 257. 3-2 the score, 927 damage done so far. Just fired in towards where that Udes 03 was last seen, but of course he disappeared just as he pulled the trigger. The IS-7 still on 2,183 hit points. How brave is he gonna get? I don't know if I would have gotten that brave. Risked a shot from the IS-7. 3-2 the score now. Rantic just playing on this ridgeline, showing great patience. 3-all. Now that's what I'll be looking at. The Tiger 2 on 719 damage now. And this is, wow, where are these shots going? That's twice he's missed the Tiger 2. Down by a tank. Finally gets a shot into the Tiger 2. 3-5 the score now. He's still on full health. And Tiger 2, that's the one he wants to start chipping away at. T44 gets draws a bit of attention to himself, and he gets taken out. Takes the Tiger 2 down to 91 hit points, and the Object 257 picks up that kill. No kills yet to me old mate Rantic from Calm Clan in the Centurion 5-1. He has got 1,550 damage though. Also 1,300 assisted damage. That's what's going to help him in this battle. Still firing standard. Pops one into the back of the IS-4, tracks him as well. Picks up a little bit more assisted damage. Will he be able to reload in time? The IS-4 kills the IS-3, who was helping Rantic. Rantic takes his first damaging shot, pops one into, what was that? The IS-4 again, before the IS-7 picks up that kill. 10-7 to score now, 2,270 hit points of damage, 1,447 assisted damage, puts one into the IS-7. That IS-7 is in a pretty good position. He's not aiming Rantic's way, so Rantic can just continue to pop damage into the tier 10 Russian heavy tank. The UDS 03 just puts a shot into Rantic's tank. Rantic shoots the IS-7 again. There's the UDS on 757 hit points. Now he was aiming Rantic's way, but I'm tipping he's going to be running away like a scared little child as he gets spotted, and these big heavy tanks, the Russians and the Centurion 5-1, start charging towards that UDS. Less than 10 minutes left in this game. He finds artillery, licks his lips and says, "Yo, beauty, this is what we want to do." And that M43 doesn't even look interested, does he? I'm not sure if he was AFK or what, but the last tank remaining now is that UDS, who was shooting Rantic, and Rantic won't be slowing down. He's on 3,391 damage, 1,447 assisted damage. He's going straight for that UDS. He wants the spotting as well as some damage that he can do himself. Puts one shell into the UDS 03. Picks up 511 assisted damage as somebody else shoots him. He'll be hoping for a second kill. He gets it for 8 hit points, 15-8 on. It's a cool Westfield. I nearly said Fisherman's Bay. Who knows? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. Have a look at that post-game battle result. That's an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for my old mate Rantic from Calm Clan. Spotter medal, bruiser, fire for effects. Not too bad when you're in a tier 10 game. Top score, no, top score by experience. Second top score by damage, but top score was a tier 10. Don't forget, 3,637 hit points of damage, 2 kills, 1,400. Base experience, nearly 100,000 credits there. That's because he wasn't firing APCR at all. Clearly going on a bit of a credit grind. No boosters running though, but nearly 100,000 credits. That's not bad for a game that went for less than 6 minutes. Okay, as usual, thank you very much for the replays, lads. Don't forget to check out Flying Elite. He's on YouTube as well. That will be in the link down below. And a massive thank you for those frontline battles. I've absolutely loved them by the time this video goes up. I think it'll be on the last day when this video goes up. It'll be the last day for Frontlines, unless I can't add up, which is entirely conceivable. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully they come back again soon. People have been talking about it. Will it come back as tier 8? Will it come back as tier 10? Will it come back as an odd-numbered tier? Who knows? Let's see. Wait and see. I think it's a fantastic thing. People are loving it for tier 8s because your tier 8 premiums are just gonna shit the credits in. Of course, tier 9s won't have that luxury either. Will tier 10s, but tier 6s and 7s maybe. Who knows? To get more people involved, maybe that's gonna be a thing in future seasons for Frontlines. I've been loving the rewards. I hope you have too. Thanks again for watching. Take care and see you all next time.